to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 things that only adults notice in the Ice Age franchise.
Hey, look at that, dinner and a show.
For this list, we'll be looking at jokes, details, and references probably went over our heads as kids. Did you pick up on any of these? Or did you spot something else entirely? Let us know in the comments. Number 10, Diego's unsympathetic pain. Ice Age: Dawn of the Dinosaurs. Ah, the age-old question. What hurts more, giving birth or fighting off a predator?
Just keep breathing.
Diego!
Just breathe. That's the important thing.
With danger up ahead, a very pregnant Ellie refuses to miss out on the action. Only Peaches chooses this exact moment to make her grand entrance into the world. Diego makes a fine birthing partner, at first.
Diego, I'm scared. Can I hold your paw?
Yeah, of course. Just go with the pain.
But with the continuous attacks of dinosaurs threatening to ruin the special moment, he becomes somewhat distracted. He makes an offhand comment that no one going through labour ever wants to hear.
I can't do it.
Just one more big push.
You have no idea what I'm going through.
And the look Ellie shoots him pretty much says it all. Well, at least Diego seems to realise it was a dumb thing to say. Number 9. Buck did what to a T-Rex? Ice Age: Dawn of the Dinosaurs. Buck's eccentric stories are just one of our favourite things about this movie. He certainly lived a crazy life, and is delightfully unhinged as a result.
He's strangling his own foot. Shouldn't we get moving?
What? And give Rudy a midnight snack? Not likely.
However, there's one tale in particular that has older audiences doing a double take. It involves a deadly predator and a dubious procedure.
Now, let me tell you about the time I used a sharpened clamshell to turn a T-Rex into a T-Rachel.
We're not sure how many kids have a detailed understanding of anatomy, but we're pretty sure that very few got this joke. Watching it back now, we can finally understand why the adults were left wide-eyed. Credit where credit's due, it's a brilliantly and creatively veiled adult gag. Number 8. Protect the good stuff. Ice Age: Dawn of the Dinosaurs.
Peaches!
Peaches?
Peaches! The baby! What now?
When Ellie goes into labour at the worst possible moment, Diego reassures Manny that he's got his back. As Buck, Crash and Eddie walk away, the zany weasel ponders over the meaning of the phrase.
What does that mean, I got your back? I mean, I'd rather they covered the front. That's where all the good stuff is, isn't it?
He takes it a little too literally, but to be fair, his logic isn't entirely flawed. As a kid, we'd probably have to agree. After all, the front is where our faces are, right? And we sure wouldn't want anything to happen to our sweet, unassuming looks. But the older viewers were pretty sure that Buck's main concern was something a little further south.
Buck?
I gotta...
Yeah.
Number 7, it's a tail. Ice Age: Dawn of the Dinosaurs. After Peach's dramatic birth, the others gather around to meet the newest addition to their unlikely herd.
I saw that tough guy.
No, that last dino caught my eye with a claw and... Alright, so I'm not made of stone.
The recently rescued Sid joins them in appropriately Sid-like fashion. Excited to meet the baby, he enthusiastically declares,
Oh, it's a boy!
That's its tail.
It's a girl! Oh, hi, sweetheart!
For some kids, it might have been pretty clear where the misunderstanding lies. But for the most part, we imagine that this joke was included for the older audiences. We're not sure where Sid learned his biology, but he probably should have been paying closer attention. After all, just how big does he think that a newborn mammoth's tail might be?
It's good to have you back, Sid.
Never thought I would say this, but I missed you, buddy.
Number 6, the big smelly crack. Ice Age: Dawn of the Dinosaurs. We know what you're thinking. Chasm of Death is a pretty scary name for a feature in a kids movie. But as Buck explains, it wasn't necessarily their first choice.
Well, we tried Big Smelly Crack, but that just made everybody giggle.
While Chasm of Death might strike fear into your heart, Big Smelly Crack would likely keep you away for other reasons. Either way, it's a cavity filled with putrid green gas.
Oh, yes, breathe in the toxic fumes and you'll probably die.
Toxic fumes?
Just another day in paradise.
This gag might lack the sophistication of some of the other jokes on this list, but sometimes getting a little low down can make a classic gag. Even if this went over your head as a kid, your inner child is probably laughing now.
They're just laughing. What's so bad about that?
They died laughing!
Number 5, what a dodo. Ice Age.
Prepare for the Ice Age!
Ice Age?
I've heard of these crackpots.
Perhaps Perhaps unfairly, these now extinct flightless birds have the reputation of being particularly, well, bird-brained. Even the youngest viewers are probably well aware that calling someone a dodo isn't very friendly. Still, in this scene from the first movie, the flock goes out of its way to protect its melons.
This is our private stockpile for the Ice Age! Subarctic temperatures will force us underground for a billion years!
So you got 3 melons?
It's comically absurd, and we're sure that many a movie theatre was filled with children's laughter at the time. However, as the adults may have noticed, what we're actually watching is a species stupidly bringing about its own extinction.
The melon! The melon! The melon! The melon! The melon! The melon!
There goes our last female.
Well, you could say that it teaches kids about the value of sharing, right? Number 4, the Vulcan Salute. Ice Age. One for the most eagle-eyed, hardcore Star Trek fans.
Live long and prosper, Spock. May you also, Captain Kirk.
In the OG film, the group passes a UFO frozen in the ice. Upon noticing the extraterrestrial vehicle, the human kid responds with the Vulcan Salute, as made famous in the sci-fi series Star Trek. Star Trek isn't exactly a kid-friendly show, but we're sure that it was very exciting for the Trekkies in the audience. Although this does raise some questions, such as how a Neanderthal child knows about Star Trek, and is the film set in some future ice age where history repeats itself? Chances are that there are simply some major Trekkies among the animators.
There is no fact, extrapolation of fact, or theory which would make it possible. Whatever I am, would it harm you to give response? Live long and prosper.
Number 3, Sid's Drunken Lisp, the Ice Age franchise. As a kid, there was a lot to laugh about when it came to Sid, but did you ever notice that he speaks with a slight drunken slur?
Doesn't anyone love me? Isn't there anyone who cares about Sid the Sloth?
Apparently, John Leguizamo, who voices the character, tried out a variety of voices before settling on the one we know today. While researching sloths, he discovered that they store food in their mouths that sometimes ferments.
Please stop swaying. A little nauseous.
So with that in mind, he created a voice that sounded like someone intoxicated, talking with food in their mouth. Unless you're a sloth biologist, we doubt that many adults even picked up on this level of attention to detail.
I don't call that communication. See? That's your answer to everything.
Number 2, Holy Crab, Ice Age Continental Drift. Trapped at sea during a storm, Sid and his friends are unexpectedly joined by a giant crustacean. Like many of us would when faced with an unprecedented danger, Sid vocalizes his fear with some choice words.
Holy crab!
Unless you were particularly well seasoned in expletives as a kid, you might not have understood why the grown-ups were smirking.
I don't get it.
No? Okay. Let me give you a visual aid.
Just one letter off and his cry could have earned this movie a whole other rating. But if you're a pun-loving individual, you probably love this witty one-liner. Although you were also secretly hoping that this isn't the line that your kid chooses to repeat later in public.
That's the best you can do. Am I right, buddy?
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, Diego feels tingly. Ice Age Dawn of the Dinosaurs. Shortly after Buck agrees to be their jungle tour guide, Manny and Diego get swallowed by a carnivorous plant.
Bet you didn't see that coming.
Manny!
For the record, I blame you for this.
The greedy vegetable has definitely swallowed more than it can chew, leaving the duo a little too close for comfort. Despite the high stakes of the situation, they still managed to squeeze in a joke for the grown-ups.
I feel tingly.
Don't say that when you're pressed up against me.
Not that kind of tingly.
As for the younger viewers, well, it would still be some years until they understood what tingly feeling this was referring to. We don't get long to dwell on the joke either before the action continues. We just hope that the kids didn't ask too many questions afterwards.
That's not necessary.
Yes, it is.
All right, I'll help you.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.